So we are here at my place of business, the Iron Chapel, the best place to get strong and more athletic in North Dakota. And we have been chomping at the bit to bring you guys this event, this announcement, and this video. So welcome back to the YouTube channel and welcome back to the journey to be the fittest dad on earth. We have been chomping at the bit, for a lack of a better term, to bring this event to you guys. And I got butterflies getting ready for this. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We are partaking in the MAAH 56-mile bike ride out in the world-renowned MAAH Trail, where hundreds and thousands of people travel to run or bike this trail. This is a grueling, not for an intermediate or a beginner rider. This is a very advanced course that is supposed to be a 50, but it's a 56-mile bike. The planning and the event coordination and the people and the team and the videographers that go behind this is a lot, and you guys are gonna see it from A to Z all the way through. We are getting ready. Right now we are planning out the course map right here. As you guys will see, very detailed checkpoints with latitude, longitude, making sure everything is set, getting our fueling strategies right, our hydration strategies, making sure we're breaking it up right, because I'm going for a top 5 finish. That is exactly what I'm doing with people across the country. So this is a big speed bump on the journey to be the fittest dad on earth. This is our first mountain bike race as we set ourselves up for our next fitness announcement that we will announce here at the end of this video. So until then, you're gonna come along with us from Wednesday the 31st until Saturday on race day as we get ready for our training, as we get ready to taper, as we get ready for the race, and all the way through race day with our camera crew. This is gonna be a fun one. We'll see you guys on the other side. 2.03, let's get it. Relative strength index, the most important attribute any athlete can have. Like if you look at NFL athletes, Christian McCaffrey, I would say, probably has one of the highest RSIs. He would have a much higher RSI than Derrick Henry. Be fast, get tall. 1, 2, get off the ground. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're each gonna need our own trap bar, and then we'll each need our own bent over weight. So the trap bar, we're just getting not as many reps as we can in 20 seconds, but a smooth tempo. So instead of boom, 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 it's boom, boom. Doesn't have to be pop, 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 but it's smooth, right? Five. Oh, dude, I'm dead. So all the athletes are done for the day. I'm done training. It's about 3 o'clock, and now it's time to get the major bulk of my training session in for the day. Currently, we are right in the middle between 2 major events on this journey that I have gone on. And the first one is our 56-mile bike race. That's a true ultra-like fashion bike race. That's this Saturday. Then we are announcing that we have officially, 2 weeks ago at the time of this recording, we have officially signed up for HYROX Dallas. If you do not know anything about HYROX, HYROX does a very good job of blending both endurance and strength training in one. And if you suffer at either, you're not going to have success. This is something that's right up my alley. When we were doing our marathon training, that's out of my comfort zone. That's truly something that I've never trained for, and we did it, we're happy, and we moved on. Now we're really going to take into HYROX. This is something that I think I can really dig my teeth into, and I truly think I can make a splash on the national level. That's my goal. And here's the real big goal, guys. 2 weeks ago I signed up. And today, as I subscribe to one of my wannabe mentors, somebody I look up to physically, morally, in business, as a family man, Nick Bear, is also doing HYROX Dallas by happenstance. I signed up 2 weeks ago. He just posted the video. He signed up this week. So my goal is this. I have reached out to his company 4 and 5 times to ask about being an athlete for BPN, getting involved with the company. I truly love the direction they're going. I love the impact they have, and I love the leadership at the top in Nick. He does an amazing job of bringing these two worlds together that many people think are unreachable. And so here's pivoting and going straight into HYROX. Thank goodness I've been a strength coach for 10 years because I know what we're doing. We are going to give it our best shot at competing and winning and getting the attention of Nick, because it's been a life goal, because he is doing a major things, and I love that. I love everything about it. So that's the goal. We are going to do a training session right now. You're going to come along with us. You'll see what it looks like, but it's blending our bike training and our HYROX, so that we can get in, get out, and be done. Here we go. So here's the drill. We are doing a half mile on the assault bike, then going straight to a 445-pound, 50-meter sled push, and then right back to the bike. We're gonna do that 5 to 6 times, depending on how long it takes before I gotta pick my son up at daycare, and then we are done. 445-pound sled, 50 meters, half mile on the bike. Here we go. This is gonna suck. They say that Malinois are the smartest breed there is, but she learned sit in the first day. I was like, holy shit. But I've learned from really good dog trainers, all it is treats. You have to train with treats. So if you want her to walk by you without a leash, you have a treat back here. When she gets here, you give her one. Get here, give her one. When they sit, it's just repetition of treats is what it boils down to. You ready to go home, sweetie, to go pick up Reggie? All right, that sucked. That is it. We strength trained, and then we did 5 rounds. 50-meter, 445-pound sled, followed by a half mile on the bike. 5 rounds. It took us exactly 9:05:05. The journey continues. We got a 56-mile bike ride. It's time to go home and get some food. You ready, Sage? Let's go. She's not listening. Never does. So after a wonderful shower, I no longer smell like a bag of shit after that hard workout. Thank goodness you guys can only see me and not smell me through this camera. We are back home. We are getting ready to go run some errands, just logistical things for the race, picking up the bike, getting food, fuel, getting fuel for the truck, getting some liquids, that stuff. But this vlog that we wanted to talk about, this vlog is going to be geared towards our MAAH Ultra 56-mile bike ride. It's going to be the pre-planning, the logistics, the checkpoints, the race itself, all of our support staff, our videography, and the finish itself. However, this video is also going to serve as day 1, session 1, workout 1 on our HYROX journey. We are taking this very seriously. I feel like I can make a splash on the national level. This is something that I'm made for. I'm geared for, and I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing it. So if you've never heard of HYROX, I wanted to give you guys just a little basic outline of what it is. It started in the UK, has really made its run in the United States, and it blends endurance and strength training, or functional training, which I don't like that term, there's no such thing, into the sporting world. Much different than CrossFit, much different than powerlifting, but it gives you something to work for that you can really ride that process. The first thing, and the one thing that I really like about it, is you know what to prepare for. When you're running a marathon, you know what you're preparing for, 26.2. When you're doing a CrossFit competition, you have no idea what's coming. And that can serve as some excitement. However, I like knowing what I'm training for so we can reverse engineer it from the top down to the backside. So if you've never heard of HYROX, it is endurance and strength training, and this is the exact workout I will be doing here in November 23rd. So first off, you do a 1 kilometer run between all of these events. So 1 kilometer run, a 1,000-meter ski erg, 1 kilometer run, a 50-meter sled push, 1 kilometer run, 50-meter sled pull, 1 kilometer run, 80-meter burpee broad jumps. I'm not looking forward to that. That's going to be my downfall. 1 kilometer run, a 1,000-meter row, 1 kilometer run, 200-meter farmer's carries. Easy. Everybody says it's hard. Easy. 1 kilometer run, 100-meter sandbag lunges, and then 1 kilometer run, 75 or 100 wall balls. So this allows you to blend the most important of endurance and the most important of strength, which is my middle name, Colby Strength Endurance Wortman. That's what I'm built for. That's what we do. And we know how to reverse engineer it with my background in 10 years almost in the strength and conditioning world training athletes. When I train an athlete, I look at what are they going to have to do at a very high level. And this is what's called the SAID principle, specific adaptations to impose demands. This means we can reverse engineer what they have to do to be successful and make everything relevant for that actual tool and skill that they're looking to accomplish. So that's what we're gonna do with us. We're gonna run some errands, get ready for the bike race this weekend. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make a splash. And my goal is to get on Nick's radar. That's the goal. And when I have a goal like that, I will burn the ships. There's no turning back, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna make a splash. Onward. I think this is the true definition of fatherhood. You have a pool, you have a splash pad, you have a water table, you have bicycles, a brand new puppy. But when your little boy wants to go on an RIDE, you go on an RIDE because he's screaming if you don't. Very interesting, but that is this is the perfect example because now he's snoozing. Let's go. This is a win for fatherhood and an L for toddler tantrums. We're almost dead asleep here. Those eyes are fluttering, and there he goes. We are getting ready to hit the hay. We got to send one more email out to Dr. Pierce, our stem cell doctor, and to the BPN crew for the event coordinator. But we're going to talk about one simple thing that I think will be vital to this whole process. As you guys know, we got a reading during our Puerto Rico trip to the Jake Paul fight, and my testosterone was 100. This is a medical emergency, and we needed help getting it to levels that were more healthy for me, 500, 600, maybe even 700. And we've been able to do that, but that took us from 207 pounds of body weight all the way to 232. And we fully anticipated to run our marathon at 200 pounds, and we ran it at 232. This wreaked havoc on the body. This absolutely destroyed us. And so I bring this up because this is going to be the starting point of our journey back to 200 with the common thread of preserving muscle mass. That's the whole issue there. So we're going to show you how we do it with nutrition, sleep, supplementation, training, so that we can safely and effectively go from where we're at today all the way back down to 200 to 205 pounds. So we did our weigh in today. We were 230.1. That's our starting point, 230.1. We're going all the way back down to 200 so that we can compete at the highest level at HYROX. Oh, I forgot to mention, tomorrow, Ryan the Rhino Borland, me, his wife, my wife, and our event coordinators are going to meet up tomorrow to go over checkpoints, fuel that we're going to use for the races, hydration, all the goods. So we're going to have you with us there and go over all the logistics of this race because it's a doozy. Good night. Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday morning, August 1st. We have our first weigh-in on the journey back to 200 pounds, getting ready for HYROX, making that big splash. Today, we have our logistics meeting with the team. So our support group, our filming crew, and Ryan, the Rhino Borland. We're gonna go over kind of strategies for this race. It's gonna be interesting. It's all individual on our own, but this is the start to the journey back to 200 as we freaking crush HYROX. Here we go. So I can't figure out a way to get this weight on camera without holding the camera. So the starting weight is not 224, it is 221.6. That is our starting weight. This camera is about 3.5 pounds. The journey back to 200 peeps. So these are never even close to accurate, but it gives you a decent starting point. So 6 foot tall, 221.4 is the total. BMI says 30 and our fat percentage is 8.2. I am not at a true 8.2 right now for body fat, but we're getting there. My target is 7%, which would make me at 218. However, we're getting down to 200. So this just gives you a good glimpse, but it's never 100%. So we have a little side quest for you guys, because it wouldn't be my life or my YouTube channel without a side quest. As you guys know, I invest in real estate because I know that that's going to create our dream life. Right now, we live below the means of many people, so that in 5-10 years, we can live a life that is only a dream for everybody, because we're doing the work now. We are purchasing our first property on auction today. We're putting in our bid. It's looking like we're going to get it, and it's our first interaction with this. I'll hide the address, but I've never seen this process. It's an interesting process. It's something that I'm super, super interested in and really love, and I always love being a white belt, as you guys know, and I'll kind of show you guys the process and what we do, but the frickin' auction ends in 9 minutes, so as we're recording this, I'm putting a bid on, and I'm gonna be buying a house with you guys. Here we go. So here on auction.com, we created our account, and this auction ends in 8 minutes and 50 seconds. It's down to the wire. We have our starting bid, our closing bid, our bid increments, all that, hiding the property address here. However, this is something new to me. I've never done this, but this is a great way to get into properties for much cheaper, have enough money and capital, liquid capital, to make it livable and rentable and really renovate it, and then you're good to go. Then this is a amazing, amazing cash bought, cash flowing property. That's what we're doing today. In 8 minutes, we should be the happy owner of this property. You did the marathon, right?
It was the marathon,
yeah. Dude, that's a lot for the marathon. That's a lot of people in that.
It is. And then this bike race, dude, I think the MAAH is
I heard it's huge.
Have you seen how many people just on the 50 miler?
Oh,
we
no.
looked a couple hours ago, and there's 91. So I think that's the biggest part of our game plan, is figuring out where we're going to start at.
Yeah.
Because with 90 people on that single trail, man, it's
going to get wild.
Yeah.
There's parts where it can open up and we can actually pass some people, but when it's single track, you ain't passing nobody.
Man.
The one nice thing about having 91 people, I guess, is, I mean, over the 50 miles, we're going to get spread out, but hopefully you'll always kind of, you might have some people around you so you don't get fucking lost on that trail. It's really not that hard to get lost, because that trail's pretty well ridden. I'm giving it everything, dude. I want to get like a top 5-10 finish.
I was thinking more like 7 for me.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's the problem. I have no idea. I got from my marathon, I got the ones suck, but they're like the best known ones, Morton gels. It's like what all the big marathon runners use. Some of them have no caffeine and some have 100 milligrams, so you can get a quick hit. But I have BPN, Nick Bear's company. Yeah. I have his Go Gels. I have some of those Go Gels. And then I have the Morton gels as well. And then I'll get like bars and shit. I'm thinking like granola bars of some sort.
Yep.
Something that hits quick with energy.
The last thing you want to do is get behind on.
Oh, you're
food.
fucked. If you get behind on food, and then if you get behind on electrolytes and you cramp like you did, you can't do anything about it. All right, we are here at Walmart. We're gonna get a couple of the last logistical things for the race. So bananas, some fruit, some different drinks, bottled water, and fill up the cooler with stuff for PB&Js, just things that are gonna be quick hitter carbs. And I have this conversation with Rhino off camera, but there's two different camps in the endurance world. There's your high fat guys and your high carb guys. Most, I would say, of your great distance runners are going to be your high carb guys. However, there are amazing top level high fat guys. But you have to figure out what works best for you, and what worked best for me is high carb. I enjoy eating carbs. I don't enjoy eating fat, number one. And number two, my body does much better on carbohydrates. When I'm trying to restrict them and I reintroduce them, things get Western. But when I'm really trying to use it as fuel and it's burning off instantly, that's when my body does the best. So come along with us. We're gonna go get some goodies for the race, and then we are pretty much set to jet, pick up the bike tomorrow, and it is game day. Good morning, y'all. It is Friday, the day before our 60-mile bike ride on the MAAH. I've been doing my research, and that research is allowing the nerves to kind of kick in. I've rode the MAAH many, many times. I've never done a 50-mile ride. However, my zone 2, my aerobic work is spot on. I am in the best shape that I can possibly be, but that does not account for all the other external variables that riding on this wicked, difficult, and long trail can bring. So we've been doing our research, and this is a very difficult race. This is not a walk in the park. This is not something you just sign up for and, hey, I'm gonna give it hell. For me, I am a very super, hyper competitive person, and it's what I feed on. It's the fuel to my gas tank. It's the food to my stomach. Like, it is my thing. And we are shooting for anything less than a top 10 finish is a failure. And that's just how I look at it. If I do everything right, I fuel properly, I hydrate properly, I sleep well, I'm prepared, my support people are there, my camera people are there, I have the tools to do it, but we never know. So today we are wrapping up the last couple things. We got a couple hours of work. And then wrapping up the last couple things. We have our bike being serviced. We're gonna go pick up the bike. We have our pump for our full suspension. Gonna go pick that up. And then you guys are gonna go watch through the entire packing process, seeing what goes into all of this. I went to Walmart yesterday, got $100 worth of stuff. This is all for the support group, myself, everybody that's involved, the camera people. So we got food, snacks, treats, this, that, and the other, and then fuel for me personally. And as we talked about yesterday, I strive off of carbohydrates, and carbohydrates is my good fuel. So you will see everything that we've got, from Go Gels to peanut butter and jelly, from Element to Powerade, everything that we're going to pack. And it's going to be a long process, and we have to have all of our ducks in a row so that when we get to an aid station, it's in, it's out, it's fuel, it's go. Right? There are people from across the country that come to this race. Last year, nobody from North Dakota even was in the top 10. A lot of people from Minnesota, from the East Coast, everywhere. So we have to have our shit in a row. And my goal is to be in that top 10. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So we're gonna get through a couple hours of work, go do some sprints with the athletes. We're gonna try to just prime the body today. I've been crushing the body, body's broke down, and so we're gonna prime the body. We got mobility, we got our prep work, and then we're gonna smash a wicked ass arm session. That's on the agenda today, and you're lucky enough that you get to come along with us. Maybe that's the opposite of lucky, but we'll see you there. All right, here is the plan, peeps. We have been burning it down, getting ready for this race. It is time to rest, rejuvenate, and recover. All we're doing today is we're gonna do some mobility, we're gonna do our prep work, getting the body moving how it should be, and then we're gonna slam that freaking juicy arm workout. That's what we're doing. That's the best way I know to get ready while we carb load, while we hydrate. That is how we get a top 10 finish. I got 3 hours and 47 minutes. Yeah, it's been a rough one, but sometimes that's harder to wake up. Well, holy shit, today has been wild and busy. After a good morning of work, of training, doing our thing, we just picked up the bike. We have all of our food, all of our fuel, all of our drinks, everything. Now it's time to clean the bike, lube the bike, get it all tuned up, and then start packing food, getting all the logistics ready to rock and roll. Cooler for food, cooler for drinks, med kits, tire repair kits, everything you can think of. We're getting there, and then we're heading to the pickup with Rhino. It's gonna be a good day. One, two, three. You're my best friend, and we're dancing away. I love you. You are a wild little boy. What's good, dog?
What's up, bro? What's that?
Oh, we're getting it. Pre-run meal, the Last Supper. Chicken fried rice, T-bone steak, watermelon, steak, watermelon, chicken fried rice, steak, a watermelon. Currently, it is 9:07 p.m. I have to wake up at 2:40 a.m. Yeah, I need to get to bed because I'm riding 60 miles tomorrow. But the reason why we do this YouTube shit is because we can get a behind the scenes look for you guys on what actual real life is, okay? Real life isn't rainbows and roses. Real life isn't always great. Real life is we have a 1-year-old toddler and we have a brand new 10-week-old puppy. After we lost the love of our life, my soulmate dog, the best dog in the world, the easiest dog, the most lovable dog in the world, and it is chaotic. And we're having troubles connecting, and we're having troubles being patient, and all these things that come with it. And I gotta ride 60 miles tomorrow, and I wake up at 2:30 in the morning. Life is crazy, but that is why I do this shit. Because everybody looks at everybody's life from the outside in with this crystal clear perspective, when in all reality, it's nothing even close to that. My life is chaos. And it's the people that can push through that and keep on going and continue rolling and continue moving and continue growing that actually get the things that they want. And so today, not optimal for the sleep, not optimal for the stress, not optimal for shit.
but we're still getting after it. And you guys get to see this stuff. And this is what I wish everybody's YouTube was, because this is the shit that gets people through the shit. This is the stuff that nobody sees, because it's all about taking this medication, feeling hunky-dory. That one doesn't work. I go to this one. Oh, I'm going to eat my feelings. Oh, this, that, and the other. You just need to grind. And when the grinding is grinding, you grind freaking harder. It's just how it goes, peeps. So we got our water. This is our food bag. We'll show you a quick glance at what we got, because I need to get my ass to bed. You thought I was tripping. Wham, baby. 2 full cans, Spearmint Zyn 6, in their own pouch. Don't think I forgot. Then in the cooler, we'll throw in the ice in the morning. Water, caffeine, 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 caffeine. My breakfast in the morning, Fairlife. Then we got Powerade, Powerade Zero. And then we got some DP. And a full sugar Sprite for some carbohydrates. Ice goes in the morning. All right, we have just a couple other things to load up. We're waiting for the laundry to be done, but we are going to bed. This is the last time you'll see me before the race in the morning, just in a few short hours. Fittest dad on earth, 60 miles, MAAH Trail. Let's go. On that wrist bracelet, that race director's fucking numbers on there, because we're north of Fairfield. Fuck. God damn it. This is the behind the scenes that everybody wants to fucking see. Good morning, YouTube. Mike ain't gonna be happy with me, but he's getting a fucking phone call. What are we thinking? Either way, if we make a move, we could be fucked either way, or we can do it. Because if we go this way, we won't make it back in time. What's Tito thinking? Let's do it. We got a blaze. I'll follow you. God damn it, I knew it, dude. I fucking knew it. I knew it. So we can still do the race. Our times will just be off. The chip timer starts when you cross the start line. So hopefully it can just start when we start the start line, even if we start 15 minutes after everybody else. Let's go. Oh, we Gucci. out. Brown. Wrong brown. It's real fucked up. It's already swollen. Let's go. Thank you so much. All right, see you in 4. Got it. Yeah. One waffle. Oh yeah. Tastes like shit, like you mixed ass and made a jelly, but super good for you. All right, brother, appreciate you. I stuffed it with a bunch of dirt because it was bleeding. No, those fucking pedals, dude. My cleats wouldn't fit in them, and so I slip off every fucking time.
Go dada.
Go dada.
Booger nose. Go dada.
All right, we are back home. That was an absolute blast. One of the hardest things that I've done in a long time, but absolutely worth it. The feeling crossing that finish line was worth every single mile of those 60 miles. So we will give you guys a summary after I get to sleep. In the last 2 days, we've had 6 hours of sleep. I am dead. My eyes can't even stay open, and I'm absolutely thrashed, nasty, dirty, gonna take a shower. I may have to get stitches in my shin. We shall see, but we'll see you after a good sleep.
Holy shit, boys. We are alive. We had a 2-hour nap. I feel like a new man. And we had some dinner with family and then got to reflect and really just think about the entirety of this race and this opportunity. And it still baffles me to this day in anything that absolutely pushes me to my physical limits, pushes me past those where you're having this internal dialogue telling you to quit, turn around, your bike broke, whatever, I wrecked, and just having this internal dialogue that wants you to shut off when things are getting hard. And at that point, at that pivot point, when you just keep shoving that thought behind your head, one more mile, one more pedal, one more foot, is when this enormous amount of joy and accomplishment comes. And it's those pivot points that we give into that absolutely destroy us as a human, us as a person, because we now don't have those types of challenging events in our life. We don't have the mental fortitude, we don't have the physical fortitude, and it still baffles me to this day, because I felt that on my marathon and I felt that on this race. When I crossed that finish line, I got goosebumps, and I'm getting goosebumps now. I got goosebumps, sunburnt to shit, as I crossed that finish line and got this overwhelming sense of joy and accomplishment and love and caring, and it's the coolest feeling in the world, even though in the last 2 days I've had 6 hours, not even 6, I've had 5.5 hours of sleep. That is why it's all worth it. That's why all this stupid shit worth it. That's why having to get stitches in my freaking shin is worth it. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. And the last thing I'm gonna tell you guys, 2 years ago, I decided to flip the narrative on who I thought and who I see in the mirror. I've played sports my whole life, and I was a power athlete. Run 40 yards, give me a sandwich, give me oxygen, and then get me back out there, coach. But endurance, I've never had an endurance bone in my body. I've never had any type of passion or attraction to anything further than 40 yards. I did a 100-meter dash in college, in high school, and I loved that, but I wouldn't do much more than the 200. And so I say that because 2 years ago, guys, I decided to change the narrative in my head and look at the person I see in the mirror differently. And I am a normal, very below average normal person. I just work harder than most people. I have now completed 3 half marathons, 1 full marathon at 232 pounds when I thought I was gonna run it at 200, a 60-mile bike ride, and now we're gonna be competing at the highest level at HYROX in Dallas. Because 2 years ago, I decided to flip this narrative in my head and say, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. And if I fail, I fail. If I don't, awesome. And it's such a cool depiction of what we see in the mirror, because I looked down upon endurance. I thought it was stupid. I thought I couldn't do it. But 2 years ago, I just decided, let's give it a shot. And you guys can do that same thing with anything that you're thinking about. If you don't want to get into the endurance, the ultra side of things, like this ultra mountain bike race, don't do it. Get into jiu-jitsu, get into archery, get into rifle shooting, whatever it is. But decide to reinvent yourself one day. And I guarantee the amount of joy and accomplishment that you will feel pales in comparison to anything else. I hope you guys enjoyed this, because that feeling of crossing that finish line and seeing my little boy and my wife is something that I'll never forget, and it'll be something that he never forgets, because he sees dad working his ass off. He sees dad doing hard things, and that's what he wants to do. He wants to do hard things. He wants to strive for greatness. And then one day he's going to feel that absolute pure joy. And so I hope you guys can feel that. I hope you guys can reinvent yourself and do something just absolutely crazy, like riding 60 miles in the mountains. Thank you guys for coming to the YouTube. We're just only getting started. Shit's about to get Western. The fittest dad on earth is here, and the journey continues. We love y'all. See you on the other side.